Hello, welcome to Beatrice Weekly Health Tips. On this season of holidays, I'm going to give you my best tips how to eat healthy during the holidays and how do you manage to not gain a lot of weight. A lot of people are panicking because they're thinking that they're going to gain pounds, 1 pound, 2 pounds, 5 pounds, whatever, or they're going to be sick because they're eating too much and they're eating things that they're not used to. I have helped people over the past 20 years to lose weight and to maintain their weight, and I have taught my patient how to eat healthy. And whatever happens during the holidays, the same principles still apply. What you need to do, the first thing you need to do is to shoot for protein and fat. I would say that it's my motto: the more you eat fat, the more you lose weight. So if you eat protein and fat, which is easy to do during the holidays because there's plenty of that. If you're able to eat liver like foie gras, why not? Smoked salmon, absolutely. Oysters, crabs, lobsters, shrimps, etc. Whatever you want to eat as far as seafood is fine. As far as poultry is fine. Now, when it comes to poultry, if we're talking turkey, I have learned over the years to do a stuffing that is no carb stuffing. You really don't need bread when you need to stuff a turkey or any other poultry. What you need to do is to saute vegetables first. Onions, celery, carrots. I chop all of these in very small parts and saute them. And then I will add sausage, which I crumble, or liver, which I have cooked before, and gizzards. I don't blend it, but I just chop in very small pieces and mix all of that with eggs. I can put other vegetables to make it a little bit thicker, like squashes, which you need to drain first so you don't have too much water. And if you do a stuffing like that, you'll see that at the end of the meal, you won't feel stuffed. What makes you feel stuffed is really the bread. The more bread you put in that turkey stuffing, the thicker it is, and certainly it's delicious, but you know all the issues that we have nowadays with bread, and I really don't believe that we need to stuff this bird with the starch like it used to be done. As far as main course, beside poultry, you can certainly have meat, and if you do that, just choose the best quality meat that you can find and cook it the way you want. It can be roasted, it can be barbecued, it can be prepared in the oven with a sauce, or even in a skillet with a sauce. One of my favorite is duck fillet that I saute in a pan with duck fat. And then I make a sauce at the end, which is made of red wine and a little bit of raspberry jam. It's just delicious. It goes very well together. I usually serve that with sauteed green beans, and it's just so good. If you serve a fish for a main course or even an appetizer, I encourage you to do a butter sauce, like a hollandaise sauce. If you don't like that, you can do a mayonnaise. Mayonnaise homemade are very easy to make. So these are fat, these are protein, and they're very filling. And you can certainly put vegetables the way you like to cook them or prepare them on the side. You don't need starches, you don't need bread, you don't need potatoes. Maybe sweet potatoes if you really enjoy that. Now, what to do for dessert? My best tip for dessert, because remember, dessert, usually you're not hungry anymore. It's just because it's good and it's sweet. So if you're in control of the meal, I prepare a dessert that is a fruit base. I make delicious fruit salads. They can be exotic or they can be classic. Or I make creamy type of dessert like creme brulee or creme caramel. Well, those are very easy to make, and I can assure you that they will be a frank success if you serve that to your guests. You don't need to have an apple pie. You don't need to have a pumpkin pie. There are many, many desserts that you can make that don't contain any starches. So you're just kind of controlling the amount of starches that you propose and you're eating. And in that regard, you're controlling your digestive system and you're controlling your weight. What about alcohol? Alcohol will be served at the holiday dinners. What I do is I let people serve me the wine or the champagne, which I really like champagne, and I sip. I sip all meal long, which means that I don't have to be served again. So I drink very, very little alcohol. First of all, I'm not fond of it except for champagne, and then second, it just fills me up. If I drink alcohol, then I can't eat my meal. And what about appetizers? Well, for appetizers, I usually serve things that are non-starchy also. So I'll put some salami, some pieces of smoked ham, pieces of smoked salmon or smoked trout. I will put olives, different kind of olives for appetizers. I put almonds and hazelnuts or any other kind of nuts. And I totally avoid the toast, the chips, the bread, or any little goodies that is flour based. Another trick that you can experiment with is to eat a little bit before your invitation. If you're invited for 4 o'clock or 5 p.m., just eat something so you're not starving. And in that regard, you're not going to go and jump on the food that is proposed to you when you arrive at your family or friend's party. If it's a non-sitting party, it's easier to control also what you put in your plate. If you are sitting at a dinner table, you feel a little bit more obligated to have everything. I usually accept everything, but I don't necessarily eat everything into my plate. I make choices, and my choices will be again for protein as fish or meat, vegetables, sauces, butter always, and fat. That's the way I manage my holiday parties and dinners, and I hope you can do the same. If you have any comments or questions, please feel free to ask and to put your comments. I wish you a wonderful, wonderful New Year's Eve dinner and New Year's Eve, and certainly I look forward to see you and talk to you in 2018, which is just 2 days away. Enjoy your family, enjoy your friends, enjoy your food. Just eat quality food. Don't feel guilty. I'll talk to you next year. Bye bye.